What's up, math fans? Happy St. Patrick's Day. So this is my St. Patrick's Day special, and I'm gonna do absolutely nothing except point out this tie and then move on to math. All right, so dividing by monomial. So hopefully you know your vocabulary. A monomial is one term, mono meaning one. A binomial is two terms, a trinomial is three terms, and after that we get lazy and we just say, hey, everything's a polynomial. Basically, if it has more than one term, it's considered a polynomial, poly meaning many. Some people even argue that even one term counts as a polynomial. Some people say it's one or more terms. All right, so monomial is specifically one, binomial is specifically two, trinomial is specifically three, polynomial is just in general terms. So check this out. On top here, 5x to the 6th, that's a monomial, it's one term. Oh, but Mr. Noy, I see a 5 and an x. As long as the whole number, its coefficient, and the variable are connected by multiplication, 5x squared means 5 times x squared, still counts as a monomial. So if you look at the bottom here, the denominator, x squared is a monomial. I'm dividing by a monomial. So what is 5x to the 6th divided by x squared? Do you know? I don't know. I have no idea. But I learned something in multiplication. Remember when, you should watch this video if you don't remember, when you're multiplying monomials, what did you do to learn the shortcut? The shortcut was to add the exponents. How did you figure that out? You wrote it out the long way. I'm going to write this out the long way. 5x to the 6th means 5 times x times x times x times x times x times x, 6 times. X to the 6th means the base repeats 6 times over x times x. What happens here is you have to understand a simple concept. Anything divided by itself is 1. For example, 7 divided by itself, 7 divided by 7 is 1, right? 2,000 divided by itself, 2,000 is what? 1. X divided by itself is what? 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. Basically, cancels itself out, cancels itself out, cancels itself out, leaves you with 1. All right? So what's my point here? This x and this x will cancel itself out. It's like dividing by itself. Happens again. What's left over? That's your answer. So 5 times x times x times x times x. This is all that's left over. That's 5x to the 4th. So come up with a shortcut. What did you do? Divide the coefficients. There's really a 1 there. 5 divided by 1 is 5. Keep the base. X is still x. 6 minus 2 is 4. So divide coefficients and subtract exponents. Of course, keep the base. You can only subtract the exponents if the base is the same. So, lucky for you, in number 2, the base is the same. So you get a calculator if you forgot. Negative 18 divided by 2 is negative 9. X to the 9th divided by x to the 3rd. If you forget that rule, you're going to make this rookie mistake. Oh, well, I'm dividing, right? The line means divide, so 9 divided by 3 is 3. X to the 3rd here. No, you're only dividing the coefficients. When you divide powers, you're actually subtracting the exponents. That's a 6. There's your final answer. All right? Last one. Try it. What is this? A trinomial divided by a monomial? What do? You actually break it up. Okay? I'm going to break it up. I'm going to work up here. So look at that first term of the trinomial. The first term is 15 x squared y to the 5th, and I'm going to divide it by the divisor, 5x squared y. Second term is negative 20x to the 8th, y to the 4th, and I'm going to divide that by 5x squared y. And then, of course, the third term, I also divide. So positive 5x squared y divided by 5x squared y. A lot of people do this and think they're done. Oh, look, they're the same. Goodbye. Yes and no, and you'll see why. So, 15 divided by 5, 3. X squared divided by x squared. Anything divided by itself, you cancel it out. It's gone. You don't need to write the x. If you use my rule, you could write the x and then 2 minus 2 is 0. But x to the 0, if you learned, here's a side note, anything to the 0 power is 1. So when you cross something out here in division, it's really leaving a 1. So I don't need to write this. I can write 1. But 3 times 1 is still 3, so I don't even need to write the 1. All of that is rookie stuff. Basically, it canceled out. Now my fingers are dirty. Canceled out. Gone. It's gone. Y to the 5th divided by y. There's a 1 here also, another secret 1. That leaves you with y to the 4th. Negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. X to the 8 divided by x squared is x to the what? 4th? No. Subtract the exponents, you get 6. Y to the 4th divided by y is y to the 3rd. Right? There's a 1 there. Plus 5 divided by 5 cancels. X squared divided by x squared cancels. Y divided by y cancels. So when you did this, you were kind of right. But does it disappear? No. Here, you have to write the 1. If you don't, it looks like 0. You have to write the 1 there. Here you didn't because there was already a 3. Here, I didn't have the opportunity. Here, you have to write the 1. All right? And that is how you divide by a monomial. Thanks for watching. See ya.